Good afternoon, writers. Today, it's time to go back in our text. We're going to add dialogue, and we're going to make sure that we're using the punctuation properly. So our I can today is I can use punctuation with dialogue. So I went back to my text, and I wanted to put in dialogue because it enhances the text. It makes it more precise. It helps my reader envision what is actually happening. So this is kind of down towards the bottom of my story. But I went in and I added some text. What in the world were you thinking? Remember, that's how I started. That was my hook. I'm going to use it again because I'm coming back to that in my story. I made sure I had my quotation marks where they belonged because it's telling what I said. It's not what I said. It was my dad screaming. It was my dad screaming at the top of his lungs with an angry red face. Remember, he was being very irrational. My mom ran up panting because she was out of breath. Her face was contorted with worry. She kept saying, okay, and this is what I put exactly what my mom was saying. I put who was saying it before, not after. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, and I put my quotation marks here because that's the end of what my mom said. My Uncle Mike and Aunt Mary Lou's faces were opposing a look of shock. My uncle immediately began tossing out possible explanations. Meanwhile, guilt was settling into my heart. There was no way I could let my uncle take the blame for my foolish mistake. So I opened my mouth and the lie, it just came rolling out. I don't know what happened, I sobbed uncontrollably. So I put my quotation marks, I put my comma, I said who was saying it, and now I'm going back to more quotation marks because I'm speaking again. I was in the bathroom and the motorhome just suddenly began to roll. Okay, again, quotation marks. I continued. I couldn't look at my parents for fear they would see that I was lying. Okay, your job is today. I would love it if you put at least 3 pieces of dialogue in your writing. If you put more, that's fantastic. But you really want to focus on making sure you have the correct punctuation so your reader knows that it's dialogue. When you do your free writing today, make sure you look at your non-negotiables and make sure that you're using dialogue. You're using precise language. You're using all of the things that we've learned about and you're practicing it in your everyday free writing. Good luck and have fun.